Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It is another beautiful day here in Washington State. It is. It is a rare sunny day. It's been pretty typically rainy the past week or so. So to get a nice clear day like this is awesome. I've been doing quite a bit today around the property, just trying to get some stuff done while it's somewhat dry outside. So enjoying a nice cup of coffee. Got a little bit of music going in the background. I don't think you guys can hear it, but listen to my morning jacket if you're curious. So I just want to come on here today and do some cardboard breakdown. I try to do this with every test knife. So yeah, I've got some cardboard saved up that I'm looking at. I'm going to bring it out here and start to break it down with this Benchmade Bugout in M4. If you guys haven't seen this on the channel or on my Instagram, here it is. A really pretty knife. Pretty. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna put it to use today. So I'm really curious to see how this thing is gonna shred some cardboard. Hope you guys have been well. Hope you guys are kicking ass in the new year. I like to think I am. I think I'm doing pretty good so far, keeping to my goals, so to say. So yeah, went on a really nice drive this morning. I took the Mustang out and drove down to a couple other small towns just south of me. One's called Polesbo and the other one's called Silverdale. And just took some of the back roads back there just to see what things look like. And I haven't been back there in quite some time, probably a couple years. And there's just a lot of building going on back there. It's kind of sad. All the old forests and stuff like that are clear cut, and they're building homes there. So some people call that progress, but anyways, yeah, it was a nice drive. The Mustang needed to stretch her legs for a bit. It had been a while, so yeah, I went out and did that and came back. Worked on editing a target shooting video. I don't know if it's gonna see the light of day or not, but I'm working on it nevertheless. So yeah, my dad and I went shooting a couple days ago. We went out to the Olympic Peninsula, up behind a little sleepy town on the Olympic Peninsula called Quilcene. Some of you watching may know exactly where that's at. But we went out behind there, up in the foothills of the Olympic Mountains, and there's a lot of public land up there. So we went up and did some target shooting and found a really good spot to do it. Good backstop and everything. Anyways, it was a good time. Alright, that's enough talk. Let's get to breaking this cardboard down. First things first, I gotta separate this cardboard from recycling. It all kind of got mixed together this go around. So yeah, I'm gonna put you guys well, you are on the tripod. I'm gonna turn you guys around rather and keep the time lapse. Okay, we got everything separated. Actually, a little more cardboard than I remember there being, but here you go. Fair amount. Yep. I've done a pretty good job of keeping this dry, considering it's a bit of a mucky, mess in here. This is at sort of a low point on the property, and the water tends to collect in here during the rainy season, so it kind of sucks. Alright, let's get to this. I'm going to set y'all up on the tripod, and yeah, we're going to start breaking this down. See what this Bugout is all about. Alright, we're all done. This is our pile of cardboard. Plenty. Yeah, so it didn't do the greatest, I'm not gonna lie. It did okay, but it didn't do the greatest. I had higher hopes because of how thin the blade is and everything. I think we're gonna have to lay the edge back a little bit. I'm gonna go inside and figure out what angle this edge is at. I have a feeling it's 20 degrees. We'll see. If it is, then we might lay it back to 17 per side and try to get some more sliciness out of this M4. It's still sharp, reasonably, but yeah, we're gonna do something to make this a lot better. Hey guys, it is later on in the evening and I wanted to come on here and close this video out real quick. I'm usually wearing a hat of some sort, but I'm not this evening. I know I need a haircut desperately, so don't mind that. But anyways, yeah, the Bugout, it didn't do that good versus all that cardboard. It really didn't. To be honest, there wasn't that much to break down, and it struggled pretty much the whole time. So I think that was a case of the edge not being great. I think the geometry of this blade makes it really slicey just by its very nature, but I don't think the edge supported that. So yeah, like I said, it's later on in the evening, and I just got done sharpening this thing. I didn't really think to get it on film, but yeah, I just got done sharpening this. It was at 20 degrees per side, so yeah, I actually left it there. I left it there because I want to try the edge one more time at the factory angle before I go and mess around with reprofiling it. So I sharpened it when I started at 400 grit and worked my way up to 800 and finished it on a strop. So it's still got some toothiness to it, and I think that's gonna do well with this steel and everything. So yeah, it actually sharpened up fairly easy. A little more difficult than other steels I've sharpened. Usually I can get away with, if I'm not reprofiling, that is, usually I can get away with starting at 600 as long as there's no like damage to the edge or anything like that. But with the M4, I found I had to go down to the 400 grit stone and start there, and it worked really well. It did. You know, I worked up a burr in a pretty decent amount of time, and yeah, just worked it from there until I finished on the strop, like I said. So yeah, it was a pretty good sharpening experience, and the edge feels great now. It feels better than it did before. What we're gonna have to do is do another cut test with this, and that means that we finally get to use our big pile of rope that I have out in the shed. So yeah, probably going to be filming that tomorrow. Yeah, the rain's already moved back in. It didn't take long. So yeah, we'll be doing that. I'll be filming that out there. We will see how this edge holds up. Hopefully a lot better than the last time, because I was truly disappointed. But yeah, I think we're where we need to be now. Hopefully I won't have to reprofile it, but if I do, it's not going to be that big of a deal, I don't think. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the scales too, because that's the other half of this knife, honestly, and they did fantastic. No hot spots at all. You have some jimping up here, but it's not aggressive enough to where it tears up your hands at all. This texturing right here is really good. Let me get some close-up looks of this. Why not? Focus. Thank you. Yeah, texturing right here is great. Feels great in hand. Cerakote work seems to be exceptional. That's nothing new for Applied Weapons Tech, I think. I love this burnt bronze color, guys. I'm really glad that we went with this. So yeah, these scales absolutely changed the Bugout for the better, for me at least. Makes it feel like a more substantial knife. Fits my hands better. It just does. It fits my hands a lot better. And yeah, it's just a tiny bit of weight to the knife. You know, not as much as I really thought it was going to add, but yeah, it really didn't add that much weight. I'd like to put this thing on a scale and see what it weighs now versus before. Maybe we'll do that on a future video. I gotta get a scale first, but yeah, I can really suggest these scales, guys. If you're finding the Bugout is lacking in the scale department, I think this is a really good way to go. These guys are all USA made. They're out of Amarillo, Texas. Been through there a couple times in my life, and they seem to make a really great product at a fairly reasonable price. These scales on their website, the Archon scales for the Bugout, are like $75 if I remember correctly for Cerakote. For Cerakoted, is that the word? For Cerakoted ones, yeah, $75 ain't much for something that looks this good and feels this good. And blade centering, everything is great, even after flipping it a billion times and using it. Blade centering is still good to go. So yeah, all the tolerances, everything seems to be great. Yeah, I absolutely love these scales. Can't say enough good things about them, I guess. Okay, guys, I think that's going to do it for this little video. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of it. I usually enjoy filming these and doing the cut tests. It's always fun getting to put your knife to work. I look forward to using this M4 here in the future. I will get you guys that rope cut test as soon as possible. Like I said, I'll try to film that tomorrow. And I'll try to have that up on the channel this week. So, yeah. Thanks for the continued support in the channel. As always, it means the world. And, yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.